You don't know her.
Oh my
She's
God,
not
I'm
your
so
sis.
happy for her. Shut the fuck up. You don't know her. She has no idea who you are.
She ain't your bro.
I just...
I lied when I said that it goes down smoothly. Oh, hello.
Hey.
Hello. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Welcome back. This is Two Girls Tequila and Oversharing. And if you don't know us already, I'm Danny.
And I am Z.
But yeah, how are you?
I'm good. You know, I think I'm grand. Fabulous. Living life.
Yeah.
It rained yesterday. It was really shit. But
Oh my God. It literally... The heavens opened.
And I don't... Mother Nature was like, not today. I'm not giving you sun.
No, absolutely
I'm
not.
going to piss on you.
Yeah.
And I was like...
That was actually my tears from coming back. But
3-hour delay, literally just...
no,
waterfall.
don't. I literally was so upset about that.
I think you can get compensation, you know, if it's over 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm going to look into it. I just haven't had the time.
Yeah, because I think when I was going to New York, I don't know if I mentioned, our flight got cancelled. Then they put us on a different flight,
Oh my
but
God.
in a different airport,
What?
like the morning of.
How do
So-
you even plan for that?
So we had our taxi booked and everything. I literally was
yeah.
showering, taxi coming in 45 minutes. My mum screamed. I ran out in my towel. I was like, Jan, why are you screaming?
What is going on?
And she was like, the flight's cancelled. And I was like, okay, relax. Like, let me just have
Yeah.
a look. Because I think first it said delayed, then it said cancelled. And I was thinking, well, are they going to put us on another flight? And this was like 10 a.m. We went to go to Heathrow. No, we went to go to Gatwick.
Yeah.
And then our flight got put to like 5 p.m. at Heathrow. And so we were like,
Bloody
what
hell,
the fuck? And we
yeah.
had a graduation the next day. So we would have had to land, drive 2 hours to Boston, get there like 1 a.m., sleep for like, I don't know, 7 hours and then wake up. My mum was like,
Go
I'm
straight
not
to
doing that.
graduation. Yeah.
So here's me like looking away. And she
Yeah.
was like, don't worry, leave it with me. My mum writes the best complaint emails known to man. She was like, every time her flights get delayed by 2 hours, she'll text us like, just got £500.
Does she
Just
want to
got
do
£20.
mine? Because...
I'll actually tell her. 'cause
No, please, can she?
the
Because
day we landed, she literally was like this, sent them an email. I'll let you know when they reply. Because she
The
literally
sass of it.
she was like, I'm not even going
Wow.
to stress myself now. Don't worry.
Yeah. No, can she actually
No, she
write
will.
mine? Because our flight... So we had like a midnight flight. And then as we were literally going through security and everything, my friend Abby was like, guys, it's been delayed 2 hours. We were like, what? And she was like, yeah, 2:45 in the morning we're flying. I was like, what? And then we got into like, we were waiting around eating our Burger King. If you've gone to Ibiza Airport, you'll understand the Burger King. And then all of a sudden we checked the board. Another hour of delays, not till 3:05.
I don't even know what I would do.
And we were literally all just sat there like we were all knackered because obviously we had to check out early. Me and my friends hadn't had much sleep and we were like,
And you're out from like
my
11
God.
a.m.
Yeah, we were out
doing like nothing,
just chilling by
really.
the pool. Like we were just trying to waste time. And then that happened. And then I started my period and I was like, if this night couldn't get any fucking worse.
An hour.
Literally. And then I was like, it was delayed 3 hours. I was like, girls, I'm just going to go to the toilet. We came back and I was like, I didn't have any stuff on me because I didn't expect to come on early.
Yeah.
And I
Let's
was
go
like,
buy £1 million
if this day
things.
couldn't get any fucking worse, I've started my period. And then we didn't get home till 6 a.m. And then I had to wake up at 10:30 to go to a birthday.
You're actually a trooper.
Guys, I'm a really good fucking
You
friend.
are, because I'm telling you now.
I don't really want to suck my own dick right now, but I am.
You're sucking it. You're bending over, breaking your back, sucking it.
Because no other friend would do that.
No, I'll
Sorry.
tell you for free, I'm not doing that. Like, I don't care.
My mum said the same thing. She was like, why are you going? I was like, Mum, because...
I'll be like, I'll make it up to you. I'll take you to dinner because I'm not having 4 hours sleep then having to go
Yeah.
to like a bottomless brunch and drink
yeah.
after a week of
In
chaos.
Ibiza, yeah. So yeah, that happened. But yeah, if Jan really wants to...
You know what, just send me the details and I'll just pass
yes,
that
please.
over to
Or I'll
Jan.
use a chat.
Chat GPT.
Yeah.
Use it.
I think I
Because
will.
you just put your details in,
Yeah.
make up a lie, say that it really affected this, it
Yeah.
affected that, your delays. I couldn't make it to like my godson's christening. Like you say all this.
Fuck you, British Airways.
Yeah. And
You owe
British
me money.
Airways, they're not even stingy as well. They got money, so they'll literally dish it out.
Yeah.
And it's like 2p to them.
And to make things worse, I was falling asleep in the airport. I was so tired, and then I fell asleep on the plane. I was having dreams that the plane was crashing.
What?
No. Like,
so were you like panicking in your sleep?
I don't really know what I was doing. I just remember having this vivid dream of the pilot, like flying so low, like through like cities, and it was like crashing into like buildings, and then it like went back up into the sky and like crashed into like nearly collided with another plane. And like I was having all these dreams, and it got to the point where I was like, do you know what, I'm just gonna close my eyes. I was like, there's nothing I can do about this. I'm on a plane. And then as we actually landed in real life, I was like, oh my god, we've crashed, because obviously the hit on the floor.
Oh yeah.
And I literally woke up and I was like, oh my god. And they were like, welcome to Gatwick. I was like, thank fuck for that.
Imagine you waking up and be like, we've crashed.
Literally.
Like, knew it.
I just honestly, yeah, no, it was wild. Yeah. Sleep deprivation does that to you.
Yeah. Well, you need like probably about another week of sleep.
But I had 12 hours sleep last night, so
that's
I'll
so
be
good.
okay. It's just, yeah. But
You got this.
anyway, should we go on to the topic?
Yes, sir. So 20s.
Being in your 20s.
I mean, being in it's a difficult situation. I think it's a confusing.
I was literally
9
saying
years
this
of your life.
Yeah, I was literally saying these to my friends the other day. I was like, it's actually crazy how confusing it is. Purely because I feel like when you're in your early 20s, you're still quite immature, and you still live as if like you're 18 and you're fresh out of school, and you're just a cock basically, because you think like you're better than anybody else.
Yeah.
But I must say, like, as I've gotten to 25, I'm now understanding my... Fuck off. We're not doing this again. I'm not a cougar. I'm still young. I'm as young as I feel. But, like, I was saying, like, how I'm starting to understand myself more, like, why I react to certain things the way I do, and how I've dealt with them differently to how I would have dealt with them if I was, like, 21 or 22.
Yeah, I completely agree.
And, like, just I wouldn't say healing, but just like understanding that it's okay to feel the way I do, and to be where I am now, and to not want to know what I want to do yet. And
yeah, no, for sure.
I just think it's
I think you definitely heal as you grow older. I think I do a lot of steps and like, you know, various things to better myself now, which I know I wouldn't have done back then.
Yeah, and just like, I don't know, I feel like at a point in my early 20s, I just did things for the sake of, because my friends enjoyed them, and I just didn't want to miss out.
I feel like you never say no.
Yeah. You always want to be there, and you want to always be a part of it, because you feel like you're going to miss out on something. Whereas now
you don't
I'm
want
like,
the FOMO.
Actually, I don't really like doing that. So you guys,
like, I don't want to do it. Or if it's like,
yeah, and just being accepting that the fact that you don't like that, but your friends may do.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah. But it was just, it's just a weird, and seeing like, I don't know what it is recently. There's always like spells where I see like people my age either having children or getting engaged and buying a house, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, to me, that's still too young, and I couldn't do it.
One of my best friends, weirdly enough, I'd say maybe a month ago, I was just texting her randomly.
Yeah.
Then she FaceTimed me. She was just like normal FaceTime, and then she just put the camera down, and I just went, wait, what? Yeah. And then she did a side angle. I sat up from my bed and I said, what the fuck?
No way.
Like, she lives 2 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
And I was like, when did this happen? What? I'm so confused right now. I have so many questions, but I'm so happy for her. And I feel like she was very much like, what the fuck? Wow. But I think she's at a stage where it's like,
come to the realization.
She's like, it is what it is. Like, I've worked with kids so long. Kind of like, I know I want a kid. So here it is.
Yeah, I was literally saying, like, at what age do you, like, when your friends become pregnant, do you say congratulations instead of oh shit?
Yeah. Because I think it's very much dependent on the person as well, I would say.
I mean, not a lot of my friends have children, so I feel like we're all still at the age where it's like, if one of us did become pregnant, we'd all be like, what the fuck? Instead of like, oh my God, so happy for you. But one of my friends, she fell pregnant last April, I want to say, or maybe the year before, I can't remember. And she told me quite soon on her pregnancy. And like, when she told me, I didn't say anything because I didn't know how to respond, because in my head I was like, to me, I'm like, fuck, that's bad. Like, what are you gonna do, sort of thing. But to her, she was like, oh my god, I'm so happy. I'm gonna be a mum, blah blah blah. So I literally I didn't believe her at first. I was like, I think serious?
It's a very like, oh my god sort of situation.
Yeah, I literally turned around. I was like, are you being serious? She was like, yeah, and I was like, no, like stop pissing around. Like, are you actually being serious?
And she was like, Danny, it's like, literally in my belly right now.
Literally. So then I was like, are you happy? And she was like, yeah, I'm really happy. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, congratulations.
I think like when you get the dish, you're like, great, I'm so happy as well.
I got the understanding.
Fabulous time.
But now like the baby's here and I honestly adore the baby. Like she's the most cutest little thing ever. Like I feel like she's my unbiological niece sort of thing. Like because she's my friend's baby, like I'll just love her as much as I love my friend.
Yeah.
But I just find it mad that she's younger than me and I'm like, wow, like we're such on different levels of life right now. Like
I think everyone has a different path, but I think you should never draw out your path.
No, absolutely not. Like I'll appreciate everyone on their own path.
Yeah, of course. Like I think everyone, you shouldn't have an idea of what you want to do, but let's not say like, I want to work in Greggs for the rest of my life. If you want to do that, fine.
Yeah, fair. Do it if that's what you want to do.
But it's like, I think the bottom line is like whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, I think the one thing that annoys me, especially about being in your 20s, and I think it's just my mindset, but so many people think that as soon as you hit like 25, you need to have your life together.
Yeah.
Like so many people are like, oh my God, I'm 25 now. I'm so old. I should have had a house by now. I should be in a really good career by now. I should be doing this. And it's like, no, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
You absolutely should not. Like I've got some friends who are, this is really like quite a lot of my friends are like 27. And I've got one of my friends who, I keep saying it to her, but she's always like, no, I just feel like I should already have a house or I should already be this step in my life. And I'm like, but there's no narrative for it.
And
you do it when you're ready. No, and 27 is still young.
Really young. You don't need to
have you seen
anything.
That? I think it's this. I saw a TikTok on it and it was really like reassuring. And it's like you need to realize that being 27 or 25 is not old, because if you put it into like children's years, you're a 5-year-old adult and you're a 7-year-old adult.
I saw this and I literally
love
I'm a 4-year-old adult right now.
Literally. So like when people are stressing at the fact that they're 27 and they're 3 years to 30, I'm like, but you're only 7 years into your adult life. Like there's still so many things to do, there's still so many things to achieve. Don't just think as soon as you turn 30 your life's over.
But then also I think maybe it's how maybe they were brought up and like the mindset of their parents, because maybe their parents got married at 18, 19.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, my nan, for example, she got married at 20, had my mum and then my uncle. And even now she's like, do you have a boyfriend? I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
She's like, why not? And I'm like, because I don't want one. And she's like, well, do you want, like, when are you going to have kids? Like, you're running out of time. I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm really not.
Yeah.
It's like people think like as soon as you turn 30, all your eggs are dead.
Yeah. It's not.
Like, I understand it's a harder chance, or it gets harder the older you get, but
it's still there. The chance is still there.
I know people that are like late 30s that have had their first child then.
Yeah, I think my mum had me at like 35.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I don't know why, but
yeah, she was living her best life.
My mum actually did. Like she travelled so much.
See, that's so inspiring. That's what I wanted. Yeah.
She had her career. She was thriving. And then she had kids.
Yeah.
So I think she did her.
She lived her life first. And then she was like,
I'm at my peak. I can take a couple of years off now to have like kids and like be settled and not have the hustle and bustle of doing 100,000,001 things. I think that's what I want to do. Like I think.
No, I completely
agree. At the beginning, I was very much like, oh, I need to do this. But now I'm like, I hit my midlife crisis yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Not yesterday, this week. It wasn't really a midlife crisis. Why? It was kind of like, God, I don't want to be in this corporate life anymore. I just want to like fuck off somewhere and just do whatever.
Yeah.
But then I sat back down like, Zero, that's not you. Like I'm not the kind of person to just go off for like a million things. Like I'm go off to, I don't know, Bali and stay there for 8 months. Like I know that's not me. So I was like, okay, what's the best of both worlds?
Yeah.
So like my company has like multiple offices.
Oh, nice.
So I kind of reached out to a person because she did like a secondment in Australia for a bit. Mm-hmm. So I spoke to her for like over an hour. She gave me some contacts and I just emailed them inquiring like, so what's just the move if I wanted to move to like my company in Australia? Mm-hmm. what's like the different projects, how do I go about it, do I have to like quit and then rejoin there, or can I like go through internally, blah blah blah. So I was like, that's even like for me a big step.
But that's so good, like trying out new things. But it, like you said, it's the best of both worlds. You can still
work, so it's like I'm still working,
but you're being abroad, and you
but
can still see that country on weekends and days off.
and then even if I'm there for like a year per se, then I could like even like quit, do what I want to do. Not even come back to London, but like
go somewhere else.
Since I'm on that side of the world, travel around, come back and work. You might even get
other opportunities in work
that you
might want to take up.
And she was even like, oh, well, if you just want to move out there, I know loads of people in like marketing or this or that. If you want something really casual, and when you do what you want to do. And I was like, do you know what? Yeah, I might take you up on that offer. Because London is just, I'm tired of it.
I suppose it's your home.
Born and bred, 24 years. Like everyone loves it. And I do love it, but I've got to a point where it's like, I want to explore other places.
Yeah.
Like I want to live abroad. I think definitely.
I think living abroad it's something I've wanted to do as well. Just being away.
Yeah. And then obviously having the comfort to come back if I want to.
Yeah, there's always that option to come home if you wanted to.
But I think the main thing that confuses people in their 20s, I would say like, is social media.
Oh, 100%. I completely agree. Because there's always someone to compare to.
Yeah.
Like you could be following someone and they're living the life you want to live, and they're probably younger than you or something. So you're like, fuck, I'm not supposed to be where I am, or I'm behind of how I'm supposed to be. Like, I just think, it's such a bad mindset to have. And it gets worse. I feel like it's getting worse.
Social media, I think it's a facade and it's like fake. Like,
it's just...
People just flash. People just want to be somebody that they're not.
What's that? Oh, it's a saying, and it's like, we're in a generation where it's happy photos but sad lives.
Yeah.
Because people just post to show off the things they have, but actually, are you actually really happy in what you've got?
Yeah.
Or what you're doing?
Or they'll maybe be having such a bad day, but they're like, I've got to really post this. Me smiling in a bikini, even though they might have had a fat argument with their partner.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like,
I just think it's so fake. And people just are living for social media, not for themselves.
And I think if, let's say, Instagram got banned worldwide,
I wouldn't even mind.
Twitter, all those things, people, I think, literally would go crazy and riot.
Yeah, absolutely. It's actually crazy how much it's been, it's part of people now. Like,
yeah, I do find it, I never job shame. I find it sometimes odd when you go, oh, so what do you do? Oh, I do like Instagram, I do social media. Like, what is that?
Yeah, what is it you actually do?
I mean, what do you influence? Because you're not influencing me taking pictures.
Literally.
Like, I don't
You're not
get
influencing me just sitting by the beach.
Yeah, but then you can get a lot of money from that.
It's actually crazy how much,
But then it's like, okay, are you going to get a lot of money from that, let's say, 20 to 29, and then what is going to be your niche? What are you going to go into? Because you can't just keep taking pictures of yourself.
I think it's sad, like the amount of influencers there are now and how difficult it is to become a social media worker, that it's actually now an inspiring job for some people. Yeah. And it's seen as frowned upon to just want like an admin job or just want a 9. But people need to realise that's still normal in this day and age. Like, it's still normal to be on a wage that's like, I don't know, 30 grand. It's normal to have a shit car and things like that. Yeah. But it's been so idolised that you have to be on this much money and you have to drive this car just to be seen as someone. Yeah. And I think it's really sad. I
don't know. I think people, they have the mindset of us where they're like, oh, I don't care. But it's very 50-50. And I think it is also,
you either love it or you hate it.
Yeah. The people you surround yourself with as well also.
Yeah. And do you think do you know what I find so weird is how invested people are with influencers' lives? Yeah. Like, for example, what was it? It was ages ago. And it was like those Love Island stars, Millie and Liam, got back together. That's all I fucking saw on Instagram. I
saw it all over my TikTok. I was thinking, this is not the kind of TikTok
that I want to watch. It's weird. Why are you so invested in two people you don't know's relationship?
And then they go, I heard Liam in the back of Millie's video. I said, what?
Why are you
listening so hard into that video? I think I will just watch a video and skip past it. Like, I'm not even listening in the first place.
And then what was it? when Molly May had her baby, the amount of people that I follow from like back at home shared her baby. I was like, you don't know her, you don't know the baby. Why are you sharing it as if like it's your godson?
That Bambi kid is fake.
But like, you wouldn't even share your friend's baby, or you wouldn't even share your friend's business, but you're sharing.
And then you do it with like a heart and like a tears emoji. You don't know her.
Oh my
She's
God,
not
I'm
your
so
sis.
happy for her. Shut the fuck up. You don't know her. She has no idea who you are.
She ain't your bro.
It really winds me up. Like, people talk about it and I'm like, do you know how weird you sound?
Yeah.
Like, you're a weirdo.
Yeah. I think
Like,
everybody was like, Molly May this, Tommy that, this person. I'm like, sis, like.
yeah, like, fair. Okay, it's cute she had a baby, but the fact that you're literally fucking sobbing your eyes out at the fact
like
that
obsessed.
a stranger had a baby.
Yeah.
Like, if it wasn't for Love Island, if it wasn't for Instagram or YouTube, you wouldn't even have a fucking clue who she was.
Exactly.
She walked down the street, you wouldn't be like, oh my God, I love your baby.
You would be like, let me reshare your baby.
Let me take a photo of your baby, because it winds me up so much.
God, that's really grinding your gears, isn't it?
It does.
Everyone, please stop it.
I just think it's odd behaviour.
I wouldn't do that personally.
No.
It's just not it.
No, I completely agree. But yeah, I think that's a big part in how confused people in their 20s are, because
Yeah, I think people shouldn't be influenced by
but
anybody.
It's so easy to be.
And I think it is hard, but it's like you're fighting a battle against yourself.
Yeah. Exactly. No one else is giving a fuck about what you do apart from you.
It's not a win-lose situation, whatever happens in your life.
No.
And even parents shouldn't force you to be like, you should be this, you should be that. Like,
and I saw another thing, and it was like these statistics, and it was like the average person in their 30s is on, I can't remember the wage bracket, but is on this wage, and it wasn't a high wage, I can't lie to you. Like, that, I think the average wage was like 32 to 35, and then it was like the average person to move out is at 32 years old, and the average person to have actual savings is like past 29 years old, and it's like you're in competition with yourself, and you're just setting yourself up for failure if you just think that you need to do this by this age. Yeah. Like, it's just...
You shouldn't have like an expiry date on things. You shouldn't have like an end date on anything. You should just do things at your own pace.
Yeah.
And just be who you want to be.
Just like Jan, live your life.
Live your life. Do you know what? I'm going to get Jan on this potty.
I think you should.
Should we telling everyone everything for days?
No, let's get her on. Let's do a Q&A with Jan.
Q&A with both parents.
We should. Shall we?
Q&A with the rents.
Yeah, I mean, my mum did like complete opposite to you. She had children at a young age. I obviously don't think planned. But
you were an accident.
Well, my brother definitely was. I don't know if I was. But so she did that, brought us up. She didn't go to uni until she was like 30.
And that's fine.
Yeah, so this is actually mad. So she had me and my brother at a young age, brought us up just with work-wise. She just did any job that she could that would fit around the schedule of her and the kids. And then she met my stepdad, and then they got engaged, and she went to uni. Didn't even have a job at this point. We were just surviving off my stepdad's wage. They ended up getting engaged, and that by supporting us and the house and still trying to pay for a wedding, that was all on my stepdad's wage, while my mum was trying to qualify to be a nurse. So she's done it all backwards, and then she qualified, got the nursing job. She's now doing really well for herself. They got married, and now she travels because she's like, me and Jordan are older now, so like we can look after ourselves a bit more. Yeah. So she goes on all these lovely holidays. That's like, she's literally doing it backwards, but it works for her.
And she still thriving. Like, she's still really happy.
Oh, absolutely. She's living her best life.
So it's like she's got happiness of both her kids who are now grown up and her, and it's like you've kind of seen her life and you can appreciate it.
And I mean, I know I'm not, if I was in her shoes, by now I would have had 2 children. But like, I'm now doing it opposite. Like, I'm just living my life, going traveling. For sure. And it's just weird how it all works out for different people. But like Yaz yesterday, her dad, I think he's in his 50s, and he's done one job for the whole of his life, And he's only now just been like, actually, I don't want to do this anymore, and has now started up his own business.
Yeah.
And even he said to Yaz, he was like, it just shows that no matter what any age you are, you can do what you want, and you can do it at any time.
Literally.
And you can literally just up and leave a job if you wanted to, or change career.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be when you're in your early 20s or 30s that you can do it at 50, even when you're close to retiring.
Yeah. And there's so many things out there for you to, like, if you want to do something really niche,
Yeah.
to get the help and
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
go down that route.
Yeah.
Like, anything is doable if you just put your mind to it.
You can literally do anything you want at any time.
Yeah, I completely agree.
But yeah,
So what are you going to do then?
I'm going traveling. I know. It doesn't mean the podcast stops, guys. Don't worry.
Oh, yes. Yes, no. So Danny's going travelling in September for, I don't know how long, a couple months.
I don't think it's a couple of months.
Years?
Like, it's not like I want to go for a year, but but I will go for as long as my money runs out, basically,
Yeah.
or just whenever I'm ready to come home. I don't
Yeah.
know. That I might meet someone out there, and I might go live with. I don't know.
You're just going
I
to
don't
text
know
me
what
like,
will
"So
happen.
you're all right, I'm pregnant and I'm married."
That definitely won't be happening.
And I'd be
being
like,
pregnant.
what the hell?
Maybe the marriage side, because I really want to get married. I just want to have a cool wedding.
You're
But
like, Zero, are you free on this date?
Zero,
It's my
you're a
wedding.
bridesmaid. Let's go.
I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
getting my flight right now.
No, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what will happen, but
I think it's good that you have no plan. I'll definitely come out and visit.
yeah, please do. But with the podcast, it will still go ahead.
Yeah.
Just maybe not video. We don't know. We need to look into it and
The logistics, TBC, but
it will still be
we-
going ahead. Don't
Two
worry.
girls, tequila and oversharing. There'll be
Season 2 is coming.
a lot more oversharing
Yeah.
since Danny's going to be a jet setter everywhere.
Lots of wild stories, I'm sure.
Chaos.
Yeah,
We love that.
absolutely. But I have a would you rather for you. I think I know off the top of my head.
Do you?
Would you rather... Wait, is it everyone? Yeah. Would you rather everyone know your thoughts or be able to read everyone's mind?
That's a really difficult one.
Quite deep.
I think you, from a first glance, you wouldn't think it's as difficult, but let's dissect it here. Would you rather everyone know your thoughts? So this is so for example, I'm just
And I
sitting
have
here
some intrusive thoughts.
and let's say it's like
A little
subtitles
cloud bubble. Yeah.
all the time. Even
Yeah.
if when you're walking down the road, every single time, even let's say like you're singing a song, the lyrics are coming up. Every intricate detail
Everything that goes through your mind
is in
people
your
can
mind.
see.
In your mind? On top of your head. Or B, you can read everyone's thoughts. Even like your close friends.
That's difficult though, because I remember asking someone the question of like, if you had one superpower, what would it be? And they were like, oh, to read people's minds. But if you think about it, there are some fucked up people in the world. And
No.
like, say you're walking down the street and someone found you attractive, but they only said it in their head, or they over-sexualize you in the head and things
Yeah.
like that. You would be able to know what they're saying.
Or even worse than that, let's say you're sitting on a train and this guy opposite is thinking, I'm going to like follow her home and murder her.
Yeah, literally.
What are you going to do? Because
You can't be like, what the fuck did you just say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he'd be like, I literally didn't say anything and I go about his business and people think you're crazy.
Yeah, you'd be sectioned.
That's so
but
hard.
But then if you think about it, like, you can read everyone's mind. So anybody you walk past, I think it would make me lose my mind a little bit, knowing what everyone's thinking. It would really give me anxiety, because you'd really see what people are like.
Yeah. And even if it's like your close friends,
Yeah,
they could be
like,
thinking...
say you're sat here and you're like, oh my God, Danny, just shut the fuck up. I'd be like, wow, okay.
Okay then, let me
Wow.
just go.
So I don't know. I think I'd have to have people read my mind.
And I think from what I said in the last episode, I'm now evolving to be unapologetically myself.
Yeah. So if
So
you
if
did
you
say
read my
something
mind,
odd, or if you did think of something,
That's just me.
Yeah.
And maybe I can explain myself because maybe you just read a sentence, looked away and then read the next
yeah,
bit.
Yeah,
I can be like, oh no, this is actually what I meant.
yeah.
'Cause
You'd
in
have to
life-
be like openly honest.
Everybody gets things misinterpreted.
Mm-hmm.
So I can explain myself. So I think,
Yeah.
I think I would have to back that one.
Yeah, I think people would have to read my mind. I think it would make me go insane knowing everyone's thoughts.
And it could be a good thing as well, because in a way, I don't really need to say much.
Yeah, because I would have just thought it, and then I'd be like, oh my God, shut the fuck up. And they'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
Like,
or sometimes if it's like something's really bad, you're like, oh, I really feel bad. Yeah. I don't want to tell them, blah, blah, blah. And it just comes out. And I'm like, phew, I don't want to say it, but if you can see it, that's so fine.
Yeah. And I'm a mind my own business. So I wouldn't want to know what people are thinking.
Yeah. Like, I don't really want to get involved in this.
I'm in my own little bubble. Please don't involve me. I don't want to know. Bubble. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, people would have to read mine.
Christ, I might get in a lot of trouble here.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Because some of my intrusive thoughts are wild sometimes.
I kind of know what it is now.
No, nothing like weird, but like...
What are you thinking?
Do you ever get it where it's like... You think like, oh, say you're on like a really high bridge and you'd be like, yeah, I could jump off that easy, sort of thing. Or
I think it's got to a point where people think I'm going to jump off London Bridge.
Yeah, you've said it enough.
I think at first I'm just going to die just off myself. But like... Yeah. I'm not.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully not, but I'm not. Yeah. But like everyone's be like, Zura, you said this like 3 times today. Yeah, literally. Like, is there anything you need to tell me? Yeah.
Or I can't remember. Oh, I was at work once, and one of my colleagues was talking about his dad. And I'm not like a really inappropriate person, but if I'm comfortable around people, I just say things that come to mind, and yeah, I'm just quite immature. And he was talking about his dad, and I was like, is your dad fit? And then one of my other colleagues, she's like, she gives me mum vibes. Like, she's the same age as my mum, has children. And she was like, that was really inappropriate. And I was like, oh, okay.
Right.
Sorry.
Let me just leave the room.
I didn't mean that. Like, don't really, I'm
just going to exit myself from this.
Yeah. I just say, sometimes I don't think before I speak.
Yeah, and then you just say it, and then you're like, shit.
Yeah, and if I'm comfortable around people, like, they'll be like, oh, it's just Danny, like, it's cool.
Yeah,
but like, there's some people where they're like, what?
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh, okay.
They just don't get you.
Yeah, they just don't, and that's fine. I'm unapologetically myself.
That is. Do you know what? If we're taking one thing away from today, what is that?
We're unapologetically ourselves.
Yeah. And just be you. And if that person doesn't like you, or if people are hating on you, that's their problem.
Exactly.
You shouldn't be stressed about that.
No, exactly. But anyway, thank you guys. Give us a subscribe, a like,
follow,
a share, a rating.
10 out of 10.
And again, we have a poll on our Spotify asking you what you thought about the episode.
Yeah, so you can tell us that, opinions, voices, if you have any topics you want us to talk about. Literally, let us know. Slide in our DMs.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Anyway, see you next Monday.
See you soon.
Bye.